more, and we are closing. Angels of the universe of the heaven, shower me the truth, and I need the truth. What is it that I need to know? Yeah, she will always have more than one person in her life, more than one relationship, always looking back on how she can damage this other person, always thinking that maybe he left because of someone else. It is her behavior and it is her belief, because it's also what she did. There will be a man here who shows as a water sign that will be in a relationship with her. So she presumes, because this person also has someone else, she will be cheated. Everything that she is afraid of and whatnot, she will in turn put that in the energies, and that will happen. That will be her result, that she will be cheated toward this other relationship. Okay, and she will also cheat on that relationship as well. Okay, she is not going to be happy in her environment of home, because again, we saw it in the first that she will move. She will not be happy. She's going to try to come back around and see if this Sagittarius is still around the area. Still look and see his surroundings. Where is this person at, or with who? Okay. Yeah. She's going to be very unsatisfied in love relationship. She's going to argue and dispute with other people. She might even change either school, or again, she probably is, because she's changing her home environment eventually. She's going to move in with someone, and eventually that would also fail. There's some type of pregnancy that I see for her, but that would also fail. I also see her in conflict with another female due to one of these two men in her life, which is, we have the earth sign and we have the water sign. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. We also see her thinking about how else to get back at someone else, which it can be the Sagittarius. I see her driving by. I see her spying toward the Sagittarius, wanting to, debating to whether or not to sneak out, or almost like contacting this person. I see her crying. I see her hating. I see her even loving again. It's in and out energy toward this Sagittarius here. She's feeling very betrayed, very cheated, left out in the cold, and she's feel like abandonment. Obviously, she has issues with abandonment. I understand, but she's not understanding the cause of the situation. She's not realizing the behavior of the circumstances that happen between these two people. So the fact that she's not grasping onto that, it leads me to believe that she's in stagnation with certain things that happened recently. And also, because we are in retrograde, I'm sensing that this could also have more effect in her energy. But after closer to the end of this month of February, she might even start analyzing herself a little bit more, hopefully toward the Sagittarius, to the point where even though she has emotional conflict within herself toward him and hate and whatnot, that keep it to her own thought and not act on those things. Okay. And she might not toward the situation, at times, because she's in relationships off and on. So if she is seeing someone, then that would help to deviate from trying to spy, trying to look, go to media, go to any kind of way to see what the Sagittarius is doing. Okay. Because I do see that. I see her spying, I see her looking, I see her driving by, I see her with a friend doing those things. And so it's a constant negative behavior. So in all aspects, the further they are away from each other, the better it is to detach. And so I do feel that this person eventually will move, including from city and origin around the area, away from this person. So that will be helpful to everything. Okay. Yes, I do see that. So Thank God for that, because I feel that this, if not this woman, this Gemini might do something in a sense of that the law would have to step in eventually because of that, you know. So Sagittarius, be aware of that, because you need to be a step ahead of the game, you know. So by any means, if you happen to be anywhere around and that person happens to be there, walk the opposite and do not approach, do not talk. Even if they come out and talk to you, dial 911 and let the law take it in. So there's no need. I understand that you're feeling love and toward this person still, Sagittarius, but unfortunately this is a toxic relationship. This is a karmic toxic relationship that you need to detach, because she is not in the same environment of spirit wise when it comes to you. She still has a lot to learn, a lot to grow, a lot to understand and accept. And so therefore, for the time, detachment will be the best resource for you, Sagittarius. Okay. Know that it's hard as it is, but on the long run, there are other soulmates in this lifetime, and that the universe will guide you to them. It must be a hard lesson for you to learn at this time, but know that other relationships are ahead of you. Other relationships are going to make you mature and understand. And Sagittarius, as a male, you know that you are, and I will say this to everybody, including, don't matter if you're male or not, I will tell you this, Sagittarius. Next time around, it would be best if they love you a bit more than you love this person, because you gave in 110 in this relationship, and therefore that person, that Gemini, did not have no room to grow and understand and behave differently. And there, all along, you thought you were doing the best thing that there was for the relationship. You babied that relationship, you pampered that relationship. So, and unfortunately that backfired. Okay, so it will be best that someone that comes along next time loves you slightly a bit more, Sagittarius. Right. So we're definitely seeing this woman with someone else, off and on breakup, the changing of home, the changing of work environment and school environment for this female also. Okay. I hear someone saying, what is wrong with you? So definitely it's something is just not there for this young lady here. Okay, she needs to be cautious, because she might even try to attempt something, you know, afterwards, in the spirit of a mode of attention. Okay. Once this person moves out of the vicinity of this person, I feel that she will try again in her vengeance ways. Okay, so be very cautious of that. Yeah, she will try again. For now, there's a blockage between you two, either physically or spiritually. I hope it's both. Okay. And please do not fall on any circumstances of being in anywhere presence to this Gemini, Sagittarius. See, not accepting what they've done is acting as you did something wrong, or you were out doing something wrong in her behavior. In her mind, the person that did wrong was you. In her mind, you did everything wrong. So she must have some type of issues in her in her pattern of behavior, psychologically, I mean. Okay, I'm feeling drained, Sagittarius, so that can be your energy. Please nurture your energy with either vitamins and rest. Please watch what you're eating, what you're taking in. If you are having medication, please watch your medication. Maybe certain things of those, or it's time to either let go or start detaching from. is what I was told. Sagittarius, I wish you the very best according to how I sense this energy. There is prosperity for you. There is gain for you in all counts. And I feel that success is there around you all the time. There is a protection from a guidance from far. So that means from spirits. You're being watched, you're being cared for, and you're being guided. And I know you know this, Sagittarius. You're very spiritual, so I know that you know. And there is no hope for this relationship. And I feel that that was one of the key questions that I'm sensing here. So there is no hope at this time for this relationship. And there will not be, because it feels to me that this energy is nonstop wanting to be very vengeful towards you. You gave in so much that it kind of hurt everything in the relationship. It damaged the whole thing. Not having to have room to grow and learn from the behavior and the mistakes. So every time this Gemini did something wrong, you either covered it, or you either picked an excuses, or you took blame. And so therefore you hinder the situation, the person, and the relationship. It doesn't work like that in any relationship. Next time around, take it one day at a time, and know that her patterns and her behavior are not other people's. So do not be as judgeful when you are meeting other females in your life, because her damage is her damage. No one should be blamed for whatever she has done. And I'm saying this for the long run because you are both young, right? But also understand that love can be found, and it is around the corner for you. Sometimes we close ourselves. So in this time, if you decide to close yourself in relationships, then understand the reasons why you're doing so, and then learn to grow in either in your perspective ways, in your goals, in your career, in whatever it is that you're doing. And then that will also help you heal at the same time. And then when you have done these things, then you are ready for a stable relationship. The guides in the universe always direct us in the path that we need to go. And unfortunately, sometimes we're doing experiments with such relationships that you've just got out of. And so in this point, it's best to learn it in very, very early on, because now you put this hurt and pain behind you. So, and therefore, for the rest of your life, you should be able to find that connection, that spiritual soul connection with someone else, because there are more than ones. Please understand that. When people abide by it, I felt the energy with this person, and this is the one. I felt that this is, it can be, but it is not the one. We have soulmates in karmic relationships that come for seconds, for 5 seconds. It can come in a love relationship. It can come in family members. It can come in friends. So it can come even in a pet. So it makes very, very difficult for someone to move forth if they're not seeing that value of soulmate connections. Understand that there's not just, don't be so mind focused on one thing, knowing the fact that in reality there's plenty of soulmates out there. Okay, so having to said that, I wish you the very best and love and light to you, and may the universe and the guides and our angels and ancestors protect you at this time, in every step of the way, in this earthly world, in the spiritual world. Love and light.